what all service is, but I understand you help men who are aging with lots of different
Right. Yeah.
issues that
I tell you that, right.
that arise or fail to.
Fail to rise. That is true. But interesting, gynecomastia,
Yeah.
which
Oh
is
my gosh, yeah.
man boobs, for people
Yeah.
who don't know what that means,
Right.
is an emotionally devastating
Yeah.
thing. And out of all the things we do, when we take that away from, and they don't have that anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
they all hug me and cry. They've changed. That changes their life more than anything. And you don't really know that until when we sat down with the clinic, what are the things that men need? And we just asked everybody, what are the things that men focus on and it makes the biggest difference? And that was one of the things that people brought up. And I was like, I just never really realized how important it was.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just huge.
It's interesting. The first time I'd heard anything about gynecomastia, whatsoever, was when I was working for a law firm and, that dealt in mass torts cases. And there was a particular pharmaceutical drug, company that was being sued because this particular drug, we were alleging caused gynecomastia, and it really was just devastating. It was primarily young men that ended up being affected most by, this side effect or what have you. But it was, an otherwise happy, healthy, prepubescent young man who develops breasts is, it's just a whole other world.
Yeah. I mean, they walk with their shoulders hunched forward.
Yeah.
They don't take off their shirt anywhere. And they feel embarrassed to have relationships.
Yeah.
It's really a striking thing. One of those things is that I didn't realize how emotionally disturbed that caused a lot of people to feel.
Well, and I think it's interesting what you had said. It's only been, in the past ever so many years that you've gotten into this particular business. So what's your background that brought you to a place where you care so much about your clientele?
So I'm a person that's overeducated, I guess. I trained in 3 fields of medicine.
Okay.
So I really like learning, and I like doing anything I do is perfect. It's sort of a perfectionist in a way. And so as I went through this process, I look at what we weren't doing in medicine and what we needed to do better. And so that took me to developing, some of the original hospitalist programs. And so, I built out all these post-discharge stuff, how to make sure people don't get readmitted to the hospital, which if you look at today, every hospital does, but I was doing that 20 years ago.
Right.
And then wanted to build out, I really felt that we had abuse of use for our emergency departments, and primary cares were overwhelmed. They couldn't see their patients, so they tell them always go to the emergency department. And that's where I helped start a telemedicine company in 2012. Well, you say, okay, telemedicine, we all know what that is. I literally got reported to every single board in the whole state. Any doctor that heard that we were treating one of their patients, no insurance company would talk to you. We had to actually go to the Fortune 500 companies and got 90% of them to sign up with us. Yeah. So to not have their people leave work and treat them. And so it's sort of, to me, that seemed like that was needed in medicine. And we built that out. And then this is another thing that I just talked about. So I'm always looking at what are the things that is needed in medicine. So there's been a lot of little niches like that I've picked up through the years and just ran with. And this is really exciting. I mean, I thought the other things I done were really exciting. I mean, you think the post-discharge stuff sounds really boring, but when 27% of people get readmitted, and I got it down to 3.
Penicillin sounds boring too.
Yes, exactly. But that's kind of stuff. I mean, it's a huge change, and that's pretty exciting. So. Yeah.